Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I figure I would start with this because as crypto regulations start to come out, you're going to want to know what these mean. So the institutional financial future will be completely on-chain. However, it will be trust-based, gated, and fully compliant with KYC, AML, CTF, APF, and OFAC. Now, Ripple already has this when you're using the XRP ledger. Ripple pledged not to launder money, finance terrorism, or evade sanctions. But let's find out what these mean. So KYC, standards used in the investment services industry to verify customers and their risk and financial profiles. It's when the exchange asks you to prove your identity. That's what Know Your Customer is. We see a lot of exchanges doing that already. AML is anti-money laundering. To comply with the Bank Secrecy Act, a company must adopt anti-money laundering policies to detect and report suspicious activities. Examples are money laundering, terrorist financing, securities fraud, and market manipulation. You see what's going on with Tether right now and MiCA regulations. CTF, closely related to AML, is counter-financing of terrorism, which strives to stop the flow of illegal funds to terrorists in order to prevent criminal activities. In the private sector, this results in monitoring the flow of funds and rejecting certain payments. APF, another part is to comply with anti-proliferation financing, which addresses all aspects of denying funding for nuclear, chemical, or biological weapons. So once again, it is important to figure out where money is flowing and who owns it. OFAC, finally, the U.S. Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control oversees a variety of sanctions programs. The purpose is to avoid prohibited transactions that are considered a danger to U.S. national security. Don't interact with the blacklist. Now, people would say that's why Russia cannot use the XRP ledger. But Russia does not have to work with Ripple. They could still use the XRP ledger and XRP, even if sanctions are in place. But I wanted to make you familiar with what those things are, because once we get crypto regulations, it will give you a better understanding on which exchanges are going to make it through crypto regulations. It'll also allow you to understand what KYC and AML is. Those two are the biggest ones right now, because some exchanges aren't KYCing. I don't think they will have a future. So if you're buying crypto on those exchanges, at some point you might want to get that crypto off that exchange. Former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried files appeal and calls for a new trial. Honestly, we all know this guy is guilty. If anything, if he wants leniency, maybe he should give up Tether, because I'm sure that is going to give them lesser time. And we know FTX and Tether were working together and laundering money. Circle USDC is moving its headquarters to New York City. So you see right here, the USDC issuer will move into One World Trade Center, and New York Mayor Eric Adams, who has sought to make the city a crypto hub, will attend the Friday ribbon cutting. I wonder why they're coming to the US now, why they're moving their headquarters to New York City now. most likely we're going to see a lot of big things happen here in the US very soon around stable coins and around crypto as well. I think things are going to start to change very fast. With Ripple, banks can consolidate liquidity into one pool with a globally distributable digital asset, XRP, as a universal bridge asset. ISO 222 code for liquidity pool with CBDC bridge that replaces nostril accounts based in one currency. And you see it right here. After the validation is successful, CBDC from the payer's bank, in this case, is released and presented to the liquidity pool. We're going to see how important ISO actually is in the coming months. I know a lot of these XRP haters all over X keep saying that it's going to be nothing. I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to bring a lot of value to some of these cryptocurrencies. These cryptocurrencies that are going to be part of the new financial system. But even ISO has to do with liquidity pools, where I see massive amounts of XRP locked up for long periods of time, leading to scarcity. A large share of these experts say their first concern isn't that AI will go rogue. Google this PDF. It's insane to read. So they're saying they're not worried about AI going rogue and we have a Terminator type scenario happening. What they're saying the worst risk is that they worry that advanced AI is likely to significantly magnify the dangers already evident today due to people's uses and abuse of digital tools. They fear a rise in problems tied to capitalism, menacing and manipulative tactics exercised by bad actors and autocratic governments, violations of human rights. Like I'm always telling you, be ahead of AI, ahead of CBDC. We need a digital bill of rights. Zuckerberg's Meta fed its artificial intelligence models on almost everything you posted publicly since 2007. You can't even make this up. So Meta revealed that it has used all publicly shared text and photos from Facebook and Instagram users since 2007 to train its AI models. Users must intentionally set their posts to private to avoid this. Meta's global privacy director confirmed this during an inquiry, stating correct in response to concerns. So they trained their AI off of people's text and photos. I'm telling you, your data is going to be so valuable in the future. They're already using your data for free, but they're capitalizing on it right now. 42 attorney generals call for surgeon general's warning on social media sites. Now that they want to put a surgeon general warning on social media, this is also going to lead to social credit score at some point, because they're going to say that you broke attorney general laws and their rules, because they're going to make rules to go along with this as well. Right now, it's a warning. Later, there will be a framework around this and social media. Wait and see. Ford just filed a patent to listen to the conversations going on inside your car. But it's really just for advertising, they say. I'm telling you, everything is moving so fast today. And everything is all about privacy. We need a digital bill of rights. Our companies are going to continue to do things like this unchecked. The only reason you find out about these things is because someone along the way decides to ask a question or two. If they don't ask these questions, this happens and you don't even know it's happening. Trust the experts. The New York Times, December 8th, 1903. Man won't fly for 1,000,000 years. to build a flying machine would require the combined and continuous efforts of mathematicians and mechanics for 1 million to 10 million years. Now think about what's going on right now with technology. I just did a video the other day talking about how Microsoft is pushing ahead with quantum computers. And people right away in the comment section said, come on, man, quantum computers are like 10 years away still. I guarantee you, we will have quantum computing in our phones, most likely by 2028. They will be in houses, most likely by 2026. Everything they tell you is going to happen a decade from now always happens within a couple of years. Same thing's going to happen with Agenda 2030. Sure, that gives you a time frame and it tells everyone when they have to have everything ready, but it's going to happen much sooner. We're going to have cashless society most likely by 2028 as well. CBDCs by then will be normal. Crypto usage at stores will be normal. Mass adoption will have already happened. Safest banks in the U.S. as of September 2024. So, of course, Chase is number one, followed by Bank of America and Wells Fargo, Citi, Barclays, and so on. But how safe are these banks actually? They put out these lists and they give people a false sense of hope. Like everything's fine at the banks. Just keep putting your money in your savings account. Keep storing your money in a checking account. Everything's fine. And then all of a sudden, these banks come crashing down. We've seen it time and time again. And it's going to happen going into the future. It's part of the plan. They have to consolidate all of the banks. So when is it going to happen? Nobody knows. But I bet it's going to happen when we all least expect it. Jamie Dimon, worst outcome for U.S. economy possible. So the CEO warned of stagflation, slow growth, high inflation, and rising unemployment as a potential worst outcome for the U.S. economy. Speaking Tuesday at the Council of Institutional Investors, Dimon said, "I wouldn't take it off the table. Inflation rose 2.5% in August, below expectations, but stagflation risk could threaten retirement savings and cause a market crash. The U.S. last faced stagflation in the 1970s. J.P. Morgan Chase, with $3.4 trillion in assets, is the nation's largest bank." And it absolutely did happen back then. But how long did it last? From 1972 to 1981. People are saying we're going to go into a depression. Honestly, right now, unemployment is rising. Inflation is still rising. Nothing is growing economically. We are pushing deeper and deeper in debt every single day. So stagflation is probably the least of our worries. If you listen to any economist right now, every single one of them are pointing at a depression happening. You see it all over X as well. I like to watch those videos on that because it gives you an idea on what happened before the last depression. And it all shows signs of everything happening yet again today. History tends to repeat itself, is what I'm saying. But the good thing is we have a fix for when everything starts to fall apart. We just have the rise of a new financial system, like a restart. Except this restart also levels the playing field. Every single person in the world will have access to the new financial system. But ask yourself, how does that happen? Technology, which is also pushing full steam ahead. Right now, people could do all their banking from a phone. Think about that. You didn't have that in the past. You didn't have that during the Depression last time around. This time, everything's changed. thanks to technology advancing so fast. However, we still need that digital bill of rights. Somebody needs to start working on that now. Look at how fast AI is evolving. Look at how fast all these companies are to get your information. Also, listen to your conversations. Nothing seems to be private anymore. That's why a digital bill of rights is a must-have going into that new financial system. But no matter how this plays out, as XRP holders, we are going to get rich in the end. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.